Hey guys, welcome to the next video on PHP Advanced PHP MVC. As you guys know that the previous video we downloaded this PHP MVC and we explored all these MVC frameworks from CodeIgniter all the way to Laravel, Symfony. I think I briefly introduced Symfony, but in the future lectures I'm gonna we go in depth with the Symfony, and we go Laravel as well. So at the moment, as you guys remember from the previous video, we created a folder PHP MVC, and we created this one top MVC, and it's Yii2 framework. As you guys can see, I've got a controller. My controllers here is called site controller, and extends controller. This controllers inside this Yii2. So there you guys can see it's rendering from this index. I've got action index. All right, so where is this index? Because we've got a site controller, this comes all the way here. Inside the view we've got a site, and that's why we've got a site controller, and this is the action index. This is the action index, as we can see on this website localhost. It says that localhost PHP MVC top MVC web. All right, so you guys might say why is from web while actually is from view. That's fine, but our index is here. So as you guys can see, this is the index. This is the one this local host is rendering from. Okay, so it goes all the way to this application, and this application is pointing directly to the site controller, and the site controller is rendering this one. Okay, so as you guys can see, we've got a congratulations. So we can put a congratulations to all of you. So what we do is congratulations to all of you. We see, as you can see, this is congratulations to all of you is rendering our message. All right, so this is one way of going and accessing the index file inside the PHP MVC. Inside this Yii2. So what's the next one? The next one, as you guys can hear, I'm going to show you. I'm going to clear it. All right. Okay, that's clear. So what we do is PHP. If you guys can do this PHP, you see the big hole, these options, long options. It means you guys can do this command. You guys can clear the cache. You guys can fixture. You guys can do G, which I'm going to explain in the next videos, in the future videos. If you guys want, I'm gonna make the complete Yii2 framework video, and I'm gonna show you guys step by step how to what is E, what is G. And the purpose of this video is I'm explaining you guys the MVC. So I'm gonna go briefly on these things, and this is our migration, and that's the serve whatever. So what we do is we clear this one. All right, so PHP Yii serve, as you guys know in Symfony as well, it's binary serve. It's in Laravel as well. We've got this command. Okay, so what we do is we go. It says you're in localhost HTTP service started this one. Okay, so we go here and we put a 127.0.0.1 and 8080. All right, as you guys can see, that's exactly rendering the same page as this one. So there's two ways if you guys want to access this. So it's heading and heading and heading, and this is this one rendering from here. And if you guys put a heading 1 and you guys put a heading 2. Okay, so you put a heading 1, and that's heading 1 and heading 2. So this is coming from this index. All right, so now as you guys can see, why we call this MVC, why the M model is the first. So the model is the first is because we have to create a model for the user. This is create a model for the user, and it's all this the user, the unnecessary for the things here. So and it's got a form, the login form, which is this one. The login form is got a render. So all this, as you guys can see, this is a view, and it's got a layouts main. That's a different topic. I don't want to confuse you guys about the main, but at the moment we go to the site. If the site's got a controller, as you guys can see, this is the site, and this index is rendering this index, and it's got a about, contact, error, index, and login. So that's action login, that's action index, that's this one and this one, and if we go down, that's action log out. As you guys can see, the log out is not here, but the log out is inside here. As when you log in, then there is, of course, there is another one. If the user's logged in, then your user must log out. So that's why this log out is there, and it says go home. It means go back to this template, to this index. All right, so we go here, and it says got a index contact. This is a contact, and this is about. This is a contact, and this is about. Okay, so as I was explaining to you guys before, that with the login you must instantiate your model. So as you guys can see, the action login, this is the action login from here. That's our login, and it says, it's asking if Yii is not an application, user is guest, return go home. If it's not a guest, if it's not, means if it's not logged in, you go home. Otherwise you go to the model, that's our variable, and instantiate login form. That's our login form. So it's instantiating this model from here. This is the model, and the model's got a username, password, and it's required, and remember me is boolean, and password, and it's validate password. Okay, so we go down, it's validate passwords, login, and it's getting a user, the user, and it's got some function name here, find by username. So we go to the model user, and we see the same function here. It's got a parameter username. Okay, so we go back. So this controller is rendering this index, and this controller is also instantiating from this model. So the first thing comes our model is very important, because for any MVC frameworks, we guys must create your models first. That's why it says M for model. It means you guys must create your models first, then it comes in controller. And so once you created your model, then we head to the controller, and from the controller then we go to the view. Okay, so if we create, say if you want to create, okay, so we create actions, we go down here, login, public function, action, hello. This render hello, because we are not instantiating from any database. We don't want any variable at the moment. So if you guys got like any, if you guys instantiating from any form, you guys must put it here. So if it's got a ABC whatever, so you guys put your variable as ABC. That's it. And and you must instantiate this one from here. So it is ABC is equal to new, whatever your model name is. So this new ABC, that's it. So our ABC, or I should put it. And just one thing you guys note is that, see, this user is not a users. So model is always singular. We don't put a plural or any other things for, and the first thing is always upper. So if you can see, because this is not contacts, it's not logins, it's login, it's a contact. So if you put a shopping or anything, you put a shopping, you don't put a shoppings in the model. You always put a user, because this, when this rendering this one, this is the PHP looks at these things as a singular. But so when it's singular, it means it's looking for the model. For the site, always lowercase. This thing, see, can you see these things? And for your model is always uppercase. So this is the uppercase. And for anything, you guys must include this controller. So if it's site controller, you must site controller, or hello controller, or city controller, or whatever controller. To the controller and the first letter of this one must be uppercase. See, this is the rendering. This is coming from Yii, so you guys can do your custom controller. So, but you guys must define in the config of here. So you go to the component and you define your new custom thing, module, or you guys can define anything inside this config. And it's a DB. I'm gonna show you guys in depth, because this is this video is about MVC. It's not about Yii. It's just briefly I'm going through this Yii2 framework. So we're looking at this MVC framework, how it works. So here, all right, so here we don't have any model at the moment, and this is for just for testing purposes. I'm going to delete this one. So this is hello, and I don't have any variable here. Okay, so it's the same method inside this Laravel, inside Symfony. They all have the same procedure, MVC, because they all share the same MVC name. So we go there and we're looking for action rendering hello, and we go our main layout. We try to put this inside the menu. This the menu is here, home, about, contact, login, because this is rendering from the top menu. So it's called my application, as you guys can see. Navbar nav is going from the bootstrap fixed top. So a navbar in devs, if you put a navbar default, and we go check, see, this is default. It's changed from inverse to default. So we go back, we leave it like that, and we go, so we put it here. Hello. Okay, so now we head here, as you guys can see. Hang on, site hello. Okay, as you guys can see, we don't see any hello here. Why? Because that's not inside our controller. That's inside our controller, but in the site we don't have any hello.php. So we create one. As you guys can see, there is no blade, or there is nothing like twig or twig.html or hello.blade or whatever. So it's just a simple action hello, action about, action contact, action error, action hello, action index that we created. This we created hello. to all, or we can create inside the div. Okay, as you guys can see, we have created our controller. This is our controller, and it's got a action hello, and that's rendering to hello. That's our hello, and inside this hello it says hello, hey, hello to you all. We create like that, and inside our main we've got a hello label. We've got one label inside this menu. It's got hello, so this hello, and if you guys can see, it says hello, hey, hello to you all. So this side controller is rendering, this controller is rendering this one hello, and okay, so one sec. All right, so the controller, as you guys can see, our model, we don't have a model at the moment, but if you want to create a live big interactive or large projects, you have to create a model which is already created as a user, and the users, the side controllers rendering this view, and it's also at the same time instantiating from the contact form. So where is this contact form? Contact form is inside the model. If you guys open this model, this is a contact form, and this is a login form. That's our login. This login, the login inside the view, and controllers rendering this login. So controllers controlling this view, and at the same time controllers also behind the scene, this model is providing this database to the controller, to the view. So user interact, in other words, user interacts with this login. So user is interacting this login, and behind controllers controlling this login, and controllers also controlling this model. So that's what this model view controller. In the next lecture, we go through the PHP object-oriented programming. I'm going to go briefly on that one, and from there we go and explore this MVC step by step. From now, look after yourself and also our channel. Bye.